It's almost on. I guess it'll be a slow day. Which of these shoe brands have you heard of? Ultra Running, On Running, Hoka, Brooks. Just Brooks, but I don't want to click on that right now. I start my workout. Hey baby, you wanna come over here? No. Alright, I'm gonna start my workout. I don't have time to play with you. Not right now. It's chest and triceps day. It's gonna be rather ambitious. I'm gonna walk for a little bit to kind of get warmed up. I'm gonna stretch. I'm gonna run a mile just to help get pumped up. I'm gonna do some ab exercises. Hopefully I'm gonna throw in some split squats. And then it's time to start the chest and triceps. Get a rough outline on the dry erase board. Thinking when I get to the weights, I think I'll try to keep the weight light and the rest to a minimum. Just keep moving today and get through this workout. It's chest and triceps. It's my least favorite day. I don't like chest and triceps. I got a bum shoulder. Oh yeah, I was gonna use the bands to warm it up. This is gonna be a big day, brother. And I'm rocking it on an empty stomach. I know, it's almost 1 p.m. and I'm hitting the gym on an empty stomach. I've been awake for about 3 hours. Just finished up my coffee. Yeah, go for it. Get it, guys. It was a go-kart and a mini bike. Neither one of them had helmets on. They were getting it, dude. You should have seen the smile on the guy's face. I could see the smile because he didn't have a helmet on. He was like, yeah. No. I am still very sore. My lats from back and bicep day. My biceps are sore too. Hey Nathan Jones, you're first. Thanks. Nathan Jones first. Big shout out. Nathan Jones being number one. And we're just getting started. It may or may not stay empty. I don't know. Every day is a little different around here. Thanks for being subbed. Thanks for starting off the chat. You know, somebody's just got to break the ice. Somebody with some confidence. I'll step forward. I was here first. Usually once I start lifting weights, getting pumped up and getting a nice sweat, and that's when things really kick off. If I'm lucky. Cheers, good clean water. Doc Phil? Hey, thanks. We'll just keep trying. I think I could get in a little bit better shape. And then a little bit more, and then a little bit more. I could do it. All right. I really want to stay on target, okay? It's 5 minutes of walking. Let's get a quick warm up. I think it's natural to lose some strength when you lose weight. I don't know that there's any way around it. That's to be expected. Your belly's back. Bad food. Well, you know it right there then. Stop eating the bad food. Eat more good food. You can exercise a little more easily, low impact, walking, burn some more calories. It's tough, but if you really want it, right, you can do it twice a day. A little quick walk really helps to keep your metabolism up. Get up, do some squats, body weight squats. Just, right, that's what they say. Every now and then, just get up, move around, especially if you're sedentary. Get the blood flowing. Compared to most of us, I don't know why people don't like this. I really don't. It's the best thing ever. Hey, Hot Frank Dog. Nice to see you. I watched some of your stuff. I'm trying to catch on to what's going on over there. Seem to be a pretty good sense of humor. Let me keep stretching. Because I want to run. I want to run a mile. That's going to take me 10 minutes. I'm going to run it kind of slow. Helps me to get pumped up. Vanilla ice cream. Ah. You're thinking about it. At least you're thinking about it. I'm glad I could be here to plant the seed. I post a lot of pictures of what I eat. I really don't follow any strict diet. I exercise a lot so that I can get away with a bad diet. One of these days I'm going to get my diet and really, I'm going to get a hold of it and look a lot better. Never-ending wackiness. Yeah, 1 mile, just a one little easy 1 mile jog. I haven't really jogged in a while. That'll set me up for some abs and a little bit of split squats. I'm just gonna throw some split squats in randomly on chest and tricep day. From Phoenix, Arizona, that's where I am. Avalos. Big shout out. Yeah, Phoenix. How about that nice weather we're having? We got rain in the middle of the night the last 2 nights. Woke up to some nice weather. Man, talk about rare. This is absolutely wonderful. Can't believe how nice the weather here is in Phoenix, Arizona. Big shout out, Phoenix. The 602, the 623, the 480, the 520. How could I forget the 520? Eat a lot at home, but we're trying to find, like tonight, we're probably gonna go to this grocery store, AJ's, at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. They put out some dinner choices, a couple different meats and some sides. Like it's usually salmon, steak, or chicken. And then there's like 4 or 5 sides to choose from. And it's not too bad, like somewhere around the $20 price point. Thinking about hitting that up today for some food, you know? I like full fat food and full sugar, like real sugar. I don't like to have anything. Like I eat everything, but what I never have is diet food, like diet sodas, light beer, sugar free. No, 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 man. When I want the good stuff, I want it to be real. I personally think that like fake sugar and calorie-free stuff is actually unhealthy and worse for you. You need to eat the real stuff. Stuff made with real sugar, real butter, real cream, real fat. And just have it in moderation and enjoy it. Yeah, that's my diet. Let's run a mile real easy, because then I'm going to do some abs, some split squats, and then we're going to start chest and tricep day. Yeah, all this stuff first. Axel Foley, I was afraid I was having the same thing. I lived on the wild side and ate lettuce the last few days, and I've been so crampy. Oh, I hope it doesn't progress. Here we go, 1 mile. Hey, Seth. Seth, do good? Woo, old knees. 50-year-old knees. I know, I don't look 50, I know. It's almost too slow, but I gotta, pace myself, big guy. I'm 50. I weighed in at 199. 199.8. Dragging my feet. Kind of, let me pick them up a little bit. Feeling those back muscles. They're sore. Six foot 1. 6 feet 1 inches. Plus my shoes, plus my hair. That makes me about 6'3", 6'4". But no shoes. Shave my head bald. I'm on a 6 foot 1. Last time I checked. That was a long time ago though. I may have shrunk since then. Pascal. Let's pick up the pace a little, huh? This is 6 miles per hour. It's a 10-minute mile. Let's go to 9-minute mile pace. .7 miles per hour. There we go. Ooh, I can feel my lats. Solid. It's 5 minutes. Well, 5-minute run so far. Warm up. So we can get it on. Let's get it on! Only 6 minutes and 15 seconds so far. I'm warming up. The chest and triceps. Yeah! Black arrow. Triceps. Hula. Thank you. I only got a quarter mile left. Little warm-up run. A little. Get fired up! Fifty years old. Six foot one. 200 pounds, hailing from Phoenix, Arizona. It's Arizona! You want that rage? I got that rage. You gotta learn how to turn it on. Hey, turn it off, bro. Ah! $602 in the house. The 602. Hush! I'm gonna drink a lot of water, brother. I'm almost done. 1 mile! 1 mile. Just throw it in there. Just throw 1 mile in there. Untested triceps day. It took me 9.5 minutes to run that mile. The first half mile was 6 miles per hour, or a 10-minute mile pace. Then at the halfway, I bumped it up to 6.7 miles per hour, which is a 9-minute mile pace. And I used a lot of oxygen. Sounding off. Right? Sometimes you gotta sound off like you got a pair. Right now I'm walking at 3 miles per hour. I want to compose myself for a few minutes here before we move on. No, I don't run every day. I'm 50 years old. I have a pre-existing knee injury that haunts me. Like, this knee is good. This knee feels great. We could do some squats. We could do whatever right now. This knee's ready to fucking go. This one, when I was like 20 years old, I heard it. Overtrained and ignored it. Just took painkillers and kept playing. Here I am 30 years later, crying about that effing knee. And every time I try to run on the regular, like let's say I try to run like 3-4 days a week, that knee will start hurting. It'll start swelling up like a grapefruit. Especially the faster I run, it becomes more high impact. It's more abuse. The faster you run, even jump rope, like speed rope, there's a difference. There's leisurely jump rope. And then there's speed rope, dude. High impact versus low impact. 23, you're so lucky. You always slow. I know, Scagnetti. But why does everybody want me on their team though, right? I bring so much more than speed, baby. Everybody wants me on their team. Everybody wants a big boy. Somebody that's strong and can take care of the business. $5K daily, that's a lot to run daily. When I was in the Army, we would run like minimum 5 miles. That's a little shy of a 10K. We'd do that like 4 days a week. And then I was a low-ranking sergeant, you know, my corporal stripes. So they made me in charge of the fat boy PT, all the people that were struggling with their PT and their weight. So I would go run like another 3, 4, 5 miles with the big boys. Yeah, there was some days, yeah, man, when I was in the Army, I was running, you know, no lie, probably 10 miles a day, 4 or 5 days a week. Pull-ups, sit-ups, push-ups, obstacle courses, combatives. Good times, brother. Good times. Yeah, that's right. And then I would run on the weekend. We lived in Puyallup, Washington. It was really beautiful weather. So I'd go run on the weekends too. And I'd go to the YMCA. They gave free memberships to active duty military. So I'd just walk in, flash my ID. Yeah, I'm here to work out on the house. Hybrid, yeah, right? Cardio and strength training. There's even some people, what do they call that? CrossFit, there you go. CrossFit. I'm gonna mix in 2 different abs. I like to do abs on the regular, like every day doing abs, a little bit of abs. That's how I keep my abs. I always stay moving. So let's do a couple abs, and I wanna mix in some some split squats with just body weight. I know, man. Talk about silly. What am I looking for here? What did I want to get? Oh, yeah. Some toys. I'll break out a couple toys from behind the wall. The door there. So I want to do like leg raises / knee raises. I want to mix it up with some sit-ups just right there, and then I'm gonna mix it up with split squats. You know, I mean, just for the heck of it, man. Knock this stuff out, and then we'll get to the big chest and triceps. All right. Easy 10. This is the bad knee. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. My legs are a little behind, right? So I vowed to work my legs twice. Tuesday was full-blown leg day. Squats, deadlifts, lunges. I decided I'm just gonna throw some split squats in today on chest and triceps. Insane. Makes me happy, right? Makes me happy. Whatever makes you happy, man.
I've seen a couple guys on here, old guys, nice bodies. There's Mark at Gravity Core Fitness. He comes in here every now and then. He's a little older than myself, like 53 I think, maybe 58. He looks great. He's like a gymnast. That guy's insane. And then there's another guy called Tim Effect. I think his name's Tim, like 72-year-old guy who works out. That guy's in insane shape. Let's get our sit-ups. Keep working, keep moving. All right. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go through a lot of water. Thanks for hanging out. Barath Sula, it's my best attempt. Take it easy, have a good one. All right. Let's go through it again, yo. I want to go through this circuit 3 times, and I've done once already. So we're going to go through it 2 more times, and then we'll get to the pesky chest and tricep workout. Oh, goodness. I guess we'll just ditch the shirt if I'm going to lay down on this. It's not helping me up there. I need sleeves for it to help up here. Yeah, let's soak up some breeze. Come on now. I'm just going to hold 210s for split squats. Goulash, it was tasty. Joe the Ho, thank you. It was okay, like the first day, but it was much better the second day after it sat in the fridge, you know, like lasagna and chili and things like that. Salsa, homemade stuff, when you make it, it's usually almost better. The second day, the goulash. I have a little bit of left. I've been eating that for days. Bulk up. Thanks, Joe. It does. It's like magic. Here we go. Wait, let's start with this one this time. Let's mix it up. Nothing wrong with mixing in split squats on chest and triceps day. Nothing wrong with that, bro. $11, $12. Yes. I feel the burn. My knee is actually starting to wake up a little bit. The big 5-0. Give, take, 50-50. 50-50. I hope I'm halfway through my life. I've had a goal for a long time. Started when I was a teenager. I want him to be at least 100 years old. I'm halfway there. Halfway! Halfway! Leg lifts. Leg lifts. No, Duke. Oh, natty. You know I'm a lifetime natty. Mbop. Got a nice sweat going on here today. It's humid. It's rained the last 2 days. The desert's normally dry. Oh. We'll use this as a towel. My tank top. USA grown. USA grown cotton, baby. 100% wrong spun cotton. Ma. Sit-ups. Come on, keep the pace up. We haven't even started chest with triceps. Chucky. $20.
Do you need a towel?
No,
Okay.
I can use a refill. It's high, baby.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, baby. Thanks, Jolo. I gotta go through this little mini circuit one more time, and then we can get to the chest and triceps. Oh. Ow. Oh. We'll hold a couple 25s. Yeah, I would definitely have to walk through the door sideways. It would be unfair. It is unfair. I wish there was no drugs in the world. No cheating. No blood doping and bicycle riding. No PEDs. Man. Level the playing field. Also, TRT would get, you know, my jaw muscles would get huge just from chewing my food and eating steak, right? All the muscles that like run up here, connecting my jaw, my neck. Like, look how skinny my neck is, bro. My neck would be fucking huge. You see these little sissy traps I got? If I was on TRT, as hard as I work, these fuckers would be mountains, bro. And my face would not be as beautiful and free 100% of blemishes like it is, including my back and my shoulders. Nothing but freckles and flawlessness. It's so easy to tell when somebody's on TRT. Shannon, how's college going? College girl. You think you're so smart, college girl Shannon? How's school going? You back in school? College girl. I like USA too. I'm pretty biased though. I was born here. I've been subjected to propaganda my entire life. Hollywood movies, military recruiting campaigns. I want to be a hero. So I'm pretty biased. I thought kids, my wife said kids were back to school, so almost back to school. Yeah. Hey, Rigid, let's get it. I got one more circuit to do. I don't want to stop sweating yet, right? I mean, come on. Let's keep the pace going. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. A couple 25s for our last set of split squats. 50-year-old knees. Don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. Ah. It's chest and triceps day. What's he doing with split squats? You know, there's so many guys that don't do squats or work their legs. When I was in the Army, as sergeant, I got to lead PT. Hey, you know what we were doing? When Sergeant Arizona was leading PT. Get that sandbag. Get him now! We're gonna fucking get it on. Sandbag curls. Tricep presses with the sandbag. Military press. But then you know. Oh, come on, man! Don't be a bunch of pussies! Because none of them work legs. Them little skinny boys, they can run. They can run them 6-minute miles. Well, you should have seen him try to run 6-minute miles after they did PT with Arizona, bro. Motherfuckers limping around and shit. Ah, fuck you, Arizona. Fuck you. No. No, fuck you. Fuck you. No. Oh, I gotta get the other one. I'm all excited. Thinking about the good old days. I look forward to doing PT. You know we're doing lunges today, boys. You know we're doing lunges. Don't put me in charge of PT. Go cry to IG, get my rank taken away. Arizona military. What are you, some kind of third worlder, Shannon? You don't know about America and how it works? Too much? You're out of your mind. That sounds like a woman talking right there. I haven't even begun to work out. A little old. I didn't know there was an age limit on it. I mean, usually the pro bodybuilders die at 50. Usually, there's a couple statistical outliers that live a little longer, but right? They get all sorts of health problems, high blood pressure, enlarged, hardened heart, kidney, liver failure. You know, I guarantee those people that are dead and gone from steroids, if they hadn't gone into steroids and they just kept working out and they were all natty, I bet they would still be doing it at 50. Like, there's a couple of them that haven't died yet from all the steroid abuse. There's a few of them that are still alive. But they just keep dropping. They just keep dropping like flies. I looked into Mike Mentzer the other day. Yeah, that guy died at like 49 or 50. Massive heart problems. And he had a brother that was a pro bodybuilder too. And his brother was a little younger than him, but he had all the same problems from steroid and gear abuse. Just like all the other losers. And he had like he was on kidney dialysis. Sad fucking story, man. The guy wrecked his life with steroids and he's on kidney dialysis. And after his brother died, he came over and he was so heartbroken, he skipped kidney dialysis treatment. And he fucking died the next day in the same apartment that his brother, his steroided brother, died in. 2 steroided brothers died in the same apartment within days of each other. Hulk Hogan, lifetime of steroid and painkiller abuse, enlarged heart, high blood pressure. Luckily, Arnold Schwarzenegger has all that money I think he's had a couple heart surgeries trying to save his life. You know, he's backed off all that crazy juice. You know, maybe he's just one of the lucky few that can get away with it, right? There's always one lucky bastard. Let's see, Arnold Schwarzenegger still goes to the gym, rides his bike. I believe Lou Ferrigno is still bodybuilding. I think he made a comeback into professional bodybuilding in his 50s. I can't even remember. There's a couple of those blonde white boys that are still alive. Lee Priest and the other guy. They're still alive. They're still training. They look like shit though, you know. They don't take steroids or as much steroids anymore. So their muscles are all saggy and deflated. It's like a fat person who loses weight and they still look fucking disgusting. Right? They got all that saggy shit. All this saggy skin. They still look putrid. Even though they've lost all that weight. That's the way pro bodybuilders look. You know, their saggy, deflated muscles, they look putrid. I don't know how they keep going on with themselves. Like, how do they fucking get out of bed with what they've done to themselves? Fucking freak shows. All right. One more set of sit-ups and we can start this chest and tricep workout. Hey, Eric! Six pack, Phil. I know. I used to drink beer and eat pizza and work out. I would easily slam a six pack on my workouts and still have a six pack. Sometimes I think my six pack looked better when I used to drink. Because I'd wake up all dehydrated with no water in my body. Jay Cutler, thanks. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, Jay Cutler. That pretty little white boy blonde. What if the IFBB was like the WNBA? All the black contestants beating up that one white bodybuilder, putting a fist to his throat. That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, the IFBB, they're having problems getting people to watch. So they gave him an honorary pro card, Sam Solik. You know, it's politics. It goes back to why Mike Mentzer was so upset with IFBB. They gave Arnold Schwarzenegger a complimentary, first place Mr. Universe because he was, back. It was just the big name. It had nothing to do with, the sport of, So Mike Mentzer retired. I don't need this shit! He threw the biggest bitch fit in fucking history of manliness. That big old thick mustache, and he was still a little bitch. I quit! Like, we can have a lot of fun in the IFBB. We can say that white people couldn't put on spray tans. Oh, bro, that's cultural appropriation. You're cheating. You're cheating. All right, it's chest and triceps. I said I was gonna start with push-ups. Let's stick to the plan. How long have we been here? 57 minutes. A warm-up, a stretch, a run, 6 sets of abs, 3 sets of split squats. Now and only now, is it time to get chest and triceps. Hey Lucas, I plan to get back to you. How easy it is to talk to me. I'm gonna say, well, yeah, it is easy. All you gotta do is text me. So easy. It's so easy, it's so easy. Good money, Grandpa. Let's get some money right now. I wanna do 3 sets of push-ups, just 3. And I'm gonna go to like failure. I'm no push-up reaper. I'm no push-up stud. I'm just gonna push until I can't push no more. If I do that 3 times, that should be a fairly good chest and tricep workout, and we can move on to something else. Get these silly push-ups out of the way. I, for one, I tuck my elbows in. I have a bad shoulder. So when I tuck my elbows in and do push-ups, it takes some of the pressure off of the shoulder. But when you're doing your push-ups, you're working chest, triceps, and you're working the front of your shoulder. You're even working a little bit of your lats. It's hard to believe, but you are. See them flare out? They do get worked. So when you do your push-ups, the closer your hands are, the more tricep it focuses on. You're still getting shoulders and chest, but all the emphasis goes to the triceps. When you take a wide push-up, it transfers the load more to your chest, right? And again, I do my push-ups in, but if you want to target the chest, get those elbows out a little bit more on your push-ups. Okay, I'll take like I do what I can with my bad shoulder. So, right? And I personally like a full range of motion. I like the feeling of my chest hitting the ground. That's just what I like. I try not to fully lock out, because you never want to lock out your joints. I may go to like this. This is good enough for a lockout. We don't want to go to like this. Once in a while, I may stop like this to rest for a while. But I try to, I never want to lock out. I hit my chest, go to about, let's go. 3 sorry sets. I got a bad shoulder. No bully, all right? Mods, protect me. No bully in the comments. No bully. When I was in the Army, the drill sergeant was always yelling at me to get my butt down. It's like, but drill sergeant, I just have a big butt. It's not up high, it's just big. And juicy, drill sergeant. Always, get your butt out of the air. It's just a big butt, drill sergeant. Come and check at it. Come on, take a close look. But drill sergeant. Oh, woo. This is an authorized rest position. During your 2 minutes of push-ups, this and this. Authorized rest position. My push-ups have gotten weak. This is what happens when you don't work out. I used to be able to do 50 easy. Let's do some counts, right? I used to be able to do 22 counts. Muppet Boy, it's you. Eric, I got 2 more sets of push-ups. I saw something. There it is, clutch. Joe the Hoe. Eric Lapointe was counting them out. He was doing burpees. It's kind of funny how things happen, because just before I saw him doing it, I was thinking to myself, I haven't done cadence push-ups in forever. I don't even remember how to call them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. And then the next day, Eric is doing it. Everything populates. It's like a video game. You steal a nice car, and then that nice car is everywhere in the game. Yesterday or the day before, somebody was talking about a Flying Dutchman, and I didn't know what they were talking about because I was talking about In-N-Out. A Flying Dutchman is a patty made from onions. I didn't know that. But at the same time, my wife was talking to her friend on the phone, and her friend was talking about a Flying Dutchman. Kimberly, Rebellion Ant, was talking about a Flying Dutchman, I think. Maybe it was Frenchie. And I had no idea. I thought they were talking about that other movie. I was lost in the sauce, bro. And then my wife was like, oh yeah, Flying Dutchman. And then it hit me. Man, that's so weird. That's so fucking weird. Is it a simulation?
Looking for your treats? I threw them all away.
I think it is sometimes.
They're all in the trash. I don't know what you're doing.
Zest Fest. I got you, Zest Fest, right here. Let's knock them out in this direction. Would you look at the size of that leg, bro? That could feed a family. That could feed a family. I need to do push-ups more often. My goodness. One more set of push-ups. We're getting there. We just started, man. Ham hock. What do they call that? What did Martha Stewart? What's the hunk of meat on the backside I would call? Babe?
Pork butt?
Pork butt. Pork butt. That's some good pork butt. It's nice to have all the weight down low. Good center of gravity. It's hard to get knocked over. You got all that pork butt. Let's get our last set of push-ups. We need to come up higher. Feel the same way. Yeah, right. I see things are coming around, you know. I think the world is starting to bend the knee to me, actually. I'm starting to see news articles that say never skip leg day. Unlike MSN. My wife's social media influencers, this lady is saying, you need to be doing jump squats. It's like, dude, this is everything I've been saying. It's everything. I'm gonna shape the world, man. Morph it around me. Let's do our last set of push-ups. I put out energy. Energy affects me. I affect other energy. I'm gonna start overpowering others' energy signal, right? That's the way it worked in Iraq. We had these trucks with such powerful radio signals. It would overpower and block out everybody else's radio signal. You couldn't communicate when we rolled up. We shut it down. Yeah, somebody in here was Duke. That's what they were called, the Duke system. It would overpower cell phones, radios, all forms of electrical communication. It was a safety bubble. Nine, 10. Woo! Somebody's got to start doing some push-ups, bro. I've been doing too much leg day. All right, let's move on. Push-ups. Incline dumbbell press. I planned this all out yesterday, bro. There were some people here. Right here. 1 mile run. Warm up. 2 sets of abs. Oh crap, I didn't do the stretch bands. Son of a gun. We did them split squats. Push-ups. Here we go, incline dumbbell. Let's get it. Do we want to come over there? Let's come over there. I think it's going to be better over there anyways. I met a girl that skis a lot. I was just going to say she probably has nice legs. Lucky guy. Hey, Russ. Hey, Joey. Eric. Society is cooked, fam. I don't take anything. I'm all natty. All natty. I'm the 50-year-old guy. I'm locked in this room. This is what I got to entertain myself. This is what I got. Come on. Come on, come over here. Let's finish up. We need to incline dumbbell. I want to keep the pace up, so I'm gonna have to stick with light weights because I want to rest for 1 minute. Ambitious. Hey, real quickly, I started working out when I was 13, right? I hadn't even fully developed into a man yet, so I was naturally getting stronger as I aged, like to 18, 19, 20 years old. Even if you don't work out, you're probably just gonna get stronger. You're no longer a little kid. And, I've always done it for fun. Sometimes I've really aggressively pursued it. In my 20s, I had a really good run where I focused on it a lot. I force fed myself. I took calorie drinks, protein drinks. I used to try to take creatine, anything I could get from General Nutrition Center. And I hit my peak, in like my early 20s. But then, I get mixed up. Girlfriends, bad habits. I go to jail for a little while. I join the army. I get a college degree. I work full time. I balance girls. And sometimes the working out fades away. And the gains, they fade away too. Throughout life, my physique, up and down, up and down. One time I injured my shoulder and I couldn't work out. So I got really fat, 270 pounds. I weigh 200 today. So, it's been up and down, and I've been on a really good run for probably like 2 years, a little more than 2 years, maybe 3 years on live, working out on YouTube. And then for New Year's resolution, 6 months ago, I quit drinking alcohol, and I've been getting really good results since I quit drinking alcohol. I used to drink a lot of alcohol. And I think it was killing my natural testosterone levels. Dumbbell bench press, come on. So yeah, life is ups and downs. Even pro bodybuilders, right? I was just talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's won Mr. Olympia like 7 or 8 times. After winning it like 3 times, he just got bored and retired. And then he decided, you know what? I want to do it again. So he fired it back up. Yeah, I like this so much. I even, when I went to college, I started off chasing an engineering degree. But you have to take electives. And I liked personal training. I also wanted to be a personal trainer. So I took a bunch of electives to prepare me for a test, certification to be a personal trainer. And I worked as a personal trainer for, a little while. It was a very pushy, high sales job, and I didn't like that. I wanted to help people. I didn't really want to sell them stuff, So I just kind of got away from the personal training. I just always, do it for fun. Help out friends, help out family members. I've taught a couple of my army buddies to lift weights. Teach them how to deadlift. Almost, deadlift and weighted squats are very risky, so try to help them out. I train my wife in here. I taught a couple of my nephews to lift weights. It's all good. Yeah, the alcohol, and I've cut back on sugar. It really helps out getting shredded. When you're just slamming 1,000+ calories every day in alcohol, ooh boy, it's, you gotta work hard. Hey, Adriano, let's get a set. I got 45-pound dumbbells made up. I have not read Arnold's book. I've watched that movie Pumping Iron, and when I was a kid, I had multiple magazine subscriptions to like bodybuilding magazines, For Him magazine, Muscle Mag, Men's Health, and I was always reading articles, and there were always pro bodybuilders that would explain their workouts. like Dorian Yates, the guy with like the biggest back and largest lat, he was always, explaining his back workout, and I would, okay, let me write this down. Let me go try that shit. Yeah. So there we go. I got 45 pounds. We'll just, however many I can get, we'll take it to failure. 3 times to failure or so. And then we'll go to the next one. I don't like to overstretch. I like to stop at about 90-degree angle with my elbows. Any lower just kind of puts unnecessary stress on my shoulders and elbows. Like if you want to be lifting weights into your 50s, 60s, and 70s, you need to do it smart. And that means looking out for your joints and your shoulders, right? A lot of people will make fun of you and say these are half reps. But I'm here to tell you, you're going to get huge muscles and you're going to get really strong. And you'll still be able to go way down here if you needed to. But your shoulders and elbows are going to last a whole lot longer. If you protect them, right? Same with military press. Military press and incline press. Very, very important in my opinion. Sorry, I just keep messing with this damn thing. Doing military press, right? I would advise stopping here. Going down like this, you're killing your shoulders. Bam. Sure, it looks good and you'll get results, but are you going to be doing it at 50 and 60 and 70 and 100 years old? Hopefully I am. You've probably gone like nose blind to it, David. Yeah, and maybe you suffer from body dysmorphia. You see yourself differently than everybody else sees you. When I stop in and say hi on somebody's live stream and they're like, oh yeah, Arizona, that dude's a beast, he's looking jacked, I'm almost like embarrassed, like, dude, they're gonna come to my channel and they're gonna see I'm a little scrawny nobody. Let's get another set. You're always looking at yourself. I told you I started when I was young. In junior high, I had a group of friends. We all started lifting weights together. And this one guy, we were all aware of it. You don't see the results because you look at yourself 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day, right? And my friend was like, I'm going to work out with my shirt on so I don't look at myself. And then when I finally do see myself, I'll be huge. Funny conversations we're having as kids, right? But you do go blind to these things. I'll share a quick story. My father-in-law had liver failure, liver disease. And I hadn't seen him in a while. All right, I haven't seen him in like a month or so, a few weeks. And then when I went to see him, his skin was yellow. Nobody else could see this because they see him every single day. Even he didn't notice. I said, hey, his skin's looking a little yellow. It was like a week later, he was in the hospital. Ow! Ow! My left
Pec is already starting to cramp up. I don't know how I'm going to make it through cable flies at this point. Lightweight to failure. Try to keep the rest to a minimum. Everything is in your head, yeah? Right? It's all in your head. It's all about how you perceive it. How you interpret the data, it makes it real. It's all in your head. You know, your head can control your body, right? It's called going into shock. You get injured, you see yourself bleeding out or something, you go into shock. Shock is dangerous. You don't want to go into shock. Hey, Mark, just telling you, I know you meant Jake. Or did you mean joke? I'm a joke now? I was talking nice about you earlier. Somebody was saying I look great for 50. I was like, you should see Mark. You can just forget about any nice words ever again. I'm only kidding. Let's get our last set. With the light weight of 45. 45 pounds apiece. Right. Oh, my pecs. Oh, man. Fudger Rooney. I forgot. That's lights, camera, action. It should be a dad bod. I should have been a dad. Son, go get me a beer. Make sure it's from the back. It better be cold. And put some new ones in there. Bored? I don't know. I got you to keep me company. You should go live. I'll come keep you company. Hold your hand through the reps. I want to hold your hand. You know what? Here we go, folks. Here we go. We're gonna modify it right here on the fly. I don't want to do barbell bench press. I'm gonna do a couple dumbbell flat bench presses. Just a couple. Let's add some weight. Let's make them to 65-pound dumbbells. A final destination. Grimzel. That's a cool name. I didn't say that earlier, but that's what I was thinking. Hey! Start again. Right? Start again. How are you feeling, Mark? You getting well rested up? I've been hitting it really hard. And I usually like to just come in and have fun. I don't like to keep my workouts planned. Then it just becomes, it's boring. This week, I planned on doing, all four and explaining it. It just becomes monotonous. And I'm so tired. Been struggling to get through this week. Mostly mental, It's like, gosh, I just hate going on. Doing scheduled activities. But trying to slow it down a little bit more. Sausage fingers, yeah, right. I know, right? I know these damn things.
Nah, you want to see someone. No, there's guys, I know. I think probably most guys will lie and say they're not on it. But there are plenty that are proud to be on it and they feel like they're in a position to offer advice on what to take and how much. I see it on TikTok, I see it on YouTube. Right? Do we really know what's in our supplements? Do we really know? Probably not. You see reports all the time, they find heavy metals and foreign material and toxins in our vitamins, our protein powders, everything, right? It's in our food, microplastics. But just try to get really good foods and eat good food, right? You're gonna be a winner. Hey, thanks, Morco. I say it all the time. I love this stuff. This is my addiction. I don't lie. When I was in the Army and they made us run and do push-ups and pull-ups, I still went to one of the many gyms on base for my lunch and lifted weights. And then I did it at the weekend. I had a little bench in my apartment in Puyallup when I went to Fort Lewis, Washington. I started, when I'm 13 years old in my garage. I used to do chest flies with bricks. I used to skip leg day for like the first 10 years of my bodybuilding career. My amateur bodybuilding career. Like some people are addicted to things. I'm addicted to this. I literally get cranky if I don't get to work out. My wife knows it. She'll tell me, go work out or something. What's your problem? And yeah, I like it so much that usually, you also have to be a very top tier athlete to compete with me. Or you have to be a cheater to compete with me. Usually that's the way it is. I hate competing with cheaters, In strength training competitions with someone who's on juice, it fucking sucks. I'm in here 4 days a week lifting weights. I'm usually in here every single day. By walking, running. Some days it's just ab day. I work my muscles like one time, really hard, once a week. Sometimes I may get my workouts done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Fridays like abs, Saturdays cardio. Sunday, did I skip traps? Let me throw those in. Maybe I didn't hit calf press. Let me do some of those. We just throw odds and ends in one day. But there's 4 mandatory weightlifting days. The other 3, do whatever you want, as long as it's something. Ride your bike, go for a walk, jog, hit the punching bag, jump rope, ab day, walk, talk, meet and greet, sign some autographs. Hey everybody, what's up? Yeah, I'll sign your autograph. I'm just walking today. It's cool. I see. You can look back at all my live streams. You don't even have to click on them because I play commercials, right? It can be fairly annoying, all the commercials. But you could just see every single week. If it's not there, it's probably because I yelled and screamed and I embarrassed myself and said too many swear words. So I just made it private. But trust me, week after week after week, 4 days of bodybuilding. Shoulders and traps on one day, legs another day, back and biceps another day, chest and triceps another day. Chest and triceps are closely related to shoulders, so I try to stagger those. Never chest and triceps and then shoulders, or shoulders and then chest and triceps. They overlap too much. Always, always thinking ahead. Hey, Pontus, my man, I try to say. Yeah, let's get another set. Come on. My biceps. Yesterday was a rest day. I just walked. Yesterday was, what was that? Friday? Thursday was back and biceps. My biceps were destroyed. I did a drop set. I just kept hammering them. I've been noticing these veins on my chest starting to come out. So on this incline bench press, oh wait, I'm doing flat. Earlier I was doing incline. I was trying to target the top of my chest here. Flat's just kind of overall getting everything. Active recovery, yes. That's big in the running community. If you're a fantastic, strong runner, like the day after they run a marathon, they're going to go out there and run like 10 miles to recover. It's like, are you kidding me? And there's also ultra runners where they run a 100-mile race. And then the next day, they'll just go out and run a regular standard marathon to recover. I never understood that, man. You guys are fucking nuts.
Remember that lady on Strava who used to just run and run?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Strava. And there was a lady, a German lady, that would run ultra marathons and 24-hour races. She would literally run for 24 hours. Bro. Stan Zoid. There's Champ. I knew Champ was going to come in here. He always comes in on Saturday so I can plug him. Champ is going to be late. He just comes in for free publicity. And that's cool because we're friends. We go way back. We're good friends. Champ Patton, he's going to be doing some karaoke later on tonight. And he does requests and stuff. And I give him a hard time for not singing one of my songs. And then sure enough, man, next week he did it. He did it. It was a duet with his wife. I swear, I think he actually practiced. I was so touched. If he was monetized, I probably would have freaking gave him a super chat. I'm a real sucker like that. Somebody mentioned my name. Oh dear, where's my wallet? I can't believe they said my name. I'm just a dumbass. But yeah, Champ sang my song. Holy shit. Good job, Champ. Hey, Pat's here too. Let's get our last set of flat dumbbell bench press so I can move on. We're exhaling as I press the weight up. We don't hold our breath. We don't want to pass out and drop these weights on my face. Oh, could you imagine? It would ruin my pretty face. It might even break my glasses if I drop these dumbbells on my face. Passed out. Ah! Ah! It's a good thing that's the last one because my chest is so tired. Oh, oh dear goodness. Champ, you played right into my trap. I should have had kids. Reverse psychology on them. Thanks, champ. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Jake and Mrs. Jake. We'll be watching. And hey, thank you. So my wife and I, we were talking about you earlier today, champ. We work our gym schedule around you. It's true. My wife, she was like this morning, she was like, so you gonna get in there anytime soon? Because I gotta get in there after you. I was like, I don't know. I don't really feel it today. I was thinking about going in just late tonight. And she's like, yeah, but Champ's on. I want to sit and watch. It's Champ's night. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to compete. I don't want to take his audience away. I'll give him Saturday night. I'll give Champ Saturday night. And then, I'll get my workout out of the way and I'll just sit and watch and help him out with his view hours. Yeah. Yeah. England 2, France 0. I called Spain yesterday. Or no, like last week or whatever it was. Spain versus wherever. Spain all the way, bro. Let's go. What are we going to do? Oh, yeah, I want to do one arms. One arms. I got it written down over there. One arms. Let's set it up. All right, I give Champ Saturday night. I used to come on at night and hit the punching bag and stuff. Everybody liked to make fun of me because I punch like a girl. What are you talking about? Oh, one arms. I don't know. I forgot. I was going to set it up for two arm. I don't know how much I'm going to need for one arms. All right. So we made it through the chest portion. Now we'll be focusing on triceps for the remainder of this workout. Darn it. It should be up higher. I'm gonna have to go down. I hate when I have to do this. I have to go down. There we go. Well, we're gonna do what we gotta do, bro.
Jeff picks shit songs. Jeff picks good songs.
It's always the same songs with Jeff. With the other guy. It's a good variety in Champ. I mean, he plays rap songs, hard rock songs. He sings them too, man. Like you think you could have a laugh and ask him to play, hey, Baby Got Back. But no, dude, there he is rapping it. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. Like, I think the only one he doesn't like to sing is his Big Pony.
I think Champ should do still fly tonight.
Still fly. Yeah.
Hey Champ, what do you think about doing still fly? Start practicing now, baby. Start practicing.
Bowling or cowboy movies? I can only think of one bowling movie.
Kingpin?
Kingpin. That's the only bowling movie I can think of. But I would rather watch Kingpin than Black Mountain. The cowboy. I don't want to watch that cowboy.
It's a good movie. Don't knock it until you've seen it.
No, I've seen more than enough of that movie to know. Did you give me a refill, sweetie?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Well,
leave.
if you watch Brokeback Mountain with me tonight.
I get my own water. I get my own water. I don't need to watch Brokeback Mountain. She always teases me, and I've watched a little bit of it. But as soon as it starts to turn into a love story, I'm out of here. Hey, you got him. Coming from Mark. It's good lighting. I have a marketing degree. I understand lighting and camera angles. I'm not all beauty and bronze. There's some, just a little smidgen of brains. Thanks, baby. You're the best. 2 things of water down. This is the 3rd one. Here we go with the triceps. Let's hurry up. It's only been an hour and 45 minutes, and the first hour was running, sit-ups, and legs or split squats. All right. We need a little more weight. There we go. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it in my lat, right? Because I am, it is kind of doing a little bit of this, and my back is still sore. I'm feeling it. I could probably be a little bit more strict, but I'm still gonna have to tighten up my lat to hold my arm down like that. So let's get this other side. My man Lars, another man, just a little slightly older than me, I believe, working out. He doesn't like the live stream, not yet. He works out and posts his. Lars would be a great person to collab with. He's got a great setup in his house like me. Mark too, nice setup. People to collab with. Lars's home setup is almost identical to mine. Almost. Lars does a lot of nice stretching. Ow. We're shoveling a lot of blood into the triceps for a pump. So at a public gym, a lot of times the handle can be really heavy. And when you take the pin out of the stack and you're bent over adjusting it, the heavy thing will just, it happens all the time in the gym, dude, to new people. It's so funny. I always tell them, That's part of my orientation, my personal training at the gym. Check it out over here, bro. This attachment, it's designed for triceps. But people like to put a big heavy bar in here and watch what's gonna happen. I love when I see people do it. Because how many times have I done it? Pull the pin out. Boom! I'm fine. It was just my head. I'm fine. It was just my head. Everybody relax. Fun. You know, they had the extra eyes on and people watching, just, you know, it's a rush and translate into a bigger and better workout, in my opinion. Right? Harness the excitement, refocus it. Just make sure I didn't lose any skin. Gosh, I hate you. Why does it have to burn? All right, let's set up. We got them all done, except for rope overhead triceps. Let's set up our last exercise. Set it up. Don't go anywhere. Stay. Stay. Holy sweat. I got that sweat like a turbo vet right now. Joe the Ho, my man is still here. Let's do our last one. Our last tricep. We're going to take this one into oblivion. Use the ball. Yeah, there's all these different cool attachments. We could use that one. And I thought about it. Yeah. I'm going to have to do that. Oh, let's just do one real quick before I go to the next exercise. We'll try it, right? We'll give it a shot. Thanks for the happy poop. I love a good happy poop. I don't know that I would want to do that all the time with this. I think that's just designed to be a stopper. I don't know that it's designed for like a real heavy load, but I know they make actual handles like that. Ow, ow, it's left devastated. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. I think I like the way that felt on my triceps with just the ball handle over the, what was I doing? Was I using the rope? I mean, oh no, the one arm with the thing. Yeah. I was doing one arm cables with these. But holding on to the little ball. It was really starting to burn back there. There it is. Let's go with the last one. I'm gonna put this here so I can brace my backside against it. Put all this cake into it, yeah. There we go. A little more weight we need. That one's gonna be really nice. Before I got this lat and lift pulley system, here, I didn't really, for triceps, the only thing I had was like, free weights. I was doing skull crushers and French press. That's all I had. And it was really hurting my elbow when I would do them. I was having a lot of pain, like all the time, arthritis, tennis elbow. And then I got this, and I started doing my tricep presses on here with the bar, with the rope. And the amount of pain I'm experiencing has significantly gone down. And I think with the extra exercises, just sit here and rep them out, I honestly think my triceps have gotten a little bit bigger. Actually, this arm measured in at 17 inches. I think that's the biggest. It's only been like 16 and a half, 16 and 3/4, but this was 17 last week. NFL status. I would have been a kicker. I played soccer when I was a kid, and I have a really good, a strong leg, and I'm really good at kicking. I know, kick with the side of your foot to control it. Really good kicker. I could kick 30-yard field goals, no problem. Yeah, I would be the kicker if I had to play football. At 50, I could probably still be the kicker at 50. The kicker's got it easy. Unless the guy returning the ball got by everybody else and it's up to the kicker to save the touchdown. I gotta take some weight off. Yeah, I gotta take a little weight off. I'd like to be able to open up at the end. So let's take a little weight off so I can get a little bit better form and a squeeze. Flare my arms out and squeeze these things. Kevin. Name is Kevin. My name's Jake. Nice to meet you, Kevin. I'm not very good at posing. It's all about routine and attitude, right? You have to be confident in yourself and go out there and rock those poses. Strut around. Confidence. I mean, you're putting on a show out there. You're not just going out there. They even wear costumes and stuff. Batman costumes to go out on stage and pose. I used to have this friend that would, take some juice, but he didn't have a work ethic, so he didn't even really look good. He was just like bloated and fat and sloppy. But he spent so much money on all this gear and he looked like crap. Had no motivation to go in and work out. He thought he could wear like outfits to the gym. We met one day and he had like his old army shirt on with the fucking sleeves cut off. He was wearing his army BDU in the gym with the sleeves cut off and shit. I was just like, bro, I love you to death. You're a veteran, so I love you, bro, but this shit's fucking embarrassing. It's hard for me to walk next to you and bench press workout with you when you're gonna fuck.
Camo heavy jacket?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he thought he was just some pro bodybuilder and he could pull it off, It was funny and everybody would look at him and then everybody would do the same thing, It was so embarrassing, man. It's like, bro. And he was the same guy. We would go to the shooting range because he's a veteran and we like to shoot, I went to Ben Avery with this dude. He showed up in full fucking battle rattle, dude. Like we're downrange in hostile territory. Like he literally showed up with his fucking, he had a plate carrier. And I think he even put plates in the front and back to go to Ben Avery and target shoot. I was like, holy fuck, bro. You don't even know how hard it is to be your friend right now. This shit's embarrassing me. Like, what's fucking wrong with you, dude? And then he was the guy that his weapon would jam. He never even cleaned his weapon, Failure to fire. it would jam up. I'm like, oh, bro, you're fucking embarrassing me. Yeah, one more set. Pretty much beat it up today. Hey, Thomas, Skip. Thanks for saying hi. Kid Noli? I'm doing good. Anytime you see me in here working out, right? I'm on top of the world. This stuff makes me feel good. If I'm not working out in here, there's something wrong. You should probably be worried. If you don't see me, I show up to the gym, the whole world is right. Roger, check, who? Hey, Nathan. Yeah, I was in the Army. I was just an artillery man, 13 Bravo, field artillery. King of battle, follow me. My neck strains? Your neck and your shoulders are very, connected. It happens to me quite a bit too. It's very difficult to concentrate and relax. Relax your neck and only tense up your shoulders. They're probably getting tensed up and you don't even realize it. Maybe you're looking around when you're working out, Are you looking around at girls and stuff when you're working out? Are you looking at yourself in a mirror over there? It's very easy. I often like pinch something. Maybe you don't have perfect posture. Maybe your spine isn't perfectly aligned and, just a little bit of strain. That doesn't mean you can't keep going. I mean, you don't want to work through the pain. You kind of figure it out yourself. Is it something serious or is it something you can deal with? A lot of times, I've worked out almost my entire life, and sometimes I'll get off of not, doing push-ups and stuff. I'll just steer away from it. And I haven't done push-ups in a long time. And I start doing push-ups, and I'll get some kind of kink, like high up in my back, off to one side. Or if I haven't been running for a while, and I run, just holding my arms up to the side and running, I'm using all these muscles that I normally wouldn't use, right? So if they're not used, like sometimes when I haven't run for a while and I'll run, I'll notice my upper back is tight, like, maybe you're just, hopefully it will go away, Well, you see, a lot of the stuff, the groans, I don't want to hold my breath. So a lot of times the breathing can get mixed with the grunt. You never want to hold your breathing. You always want to exhale on the hard part of the lift, whether you're standing up doing a squat or you're pressing the weight on a bench press or you're doing a pull-up. And sometimes it is hard. And that exhale could just turn into a grunt. Some of it is for show. I'm going to be honest with you. I like to show off in front of my wife when I'm in here lifting weights and shit. I'll be grunting, I'm a man! And then I get out and I go look and she wasn't in the living room. She had fucking gone into the bedroom and closed the door so she couldn't hear me because I'm grunting so much. Well, you can work out without grunting if you're in a public gym. I don't. I'm very quiet at a public gym. My breathing is nice and quiet. I don't grunt. I don't yell. I hardly say anything whatsoever. I just keep my head down and get my workout done and get the fuck out of there. I'm 50, the big 50, 50, 50. Half a centennial. Thanks for saying I look great for my age, right? For 50, 50, 50. You can see, I should have shaved. I got a lot of white that ages me in my eyebrows too. But my beard, if I keep that nice and shaved, it knocks off a few years. It's good to look young when you're old. It's good to look old when you're young. Shoulder blade pain since 5 months and pain don't go away. Whoa, that's a long time. It might be time to see actual professional if you can afford that or have any access. 5, that's a little too long to be putting up with that much pain. We gotta take a close look at that, my friend. Speak Russian, I don't understand you. Speak Russian. I wish I could. I wish I could. Let's do our last set. Let's do our last set. And you know what? I wish, there's that one really big guy, that really big Russian guy, Smave. He's on a couple different YouTube pages. His buddy is like Smave Official. But then, that real big guy, he's on another channel. He's huge, man. But he doesn't speak English, he's speaking Russian. I think he can speak English. He just prefers, most of the audience is Russian. He's in Russia. Speak Russian. I wish I knew what they were saying, What the fuck are they talking about, man? And it's annoying, so I just swipe away. Even though I like the way that big guy, he's so fucking big and he can do all this work and shit. He's huge. He's a monster. I don't know what they're saying, so I swipe away. Yeah, he is. He's literally a giant. Literally. Fuck yeah. But some people, let me share one more story and I'm going to get out of here. Some people actually get insulted when you call them big, right? I take it as a compliment. Somebody say I'm big, that's a compliment. Hey, thanks, man. Fucking, I'm trying. But this one time, I was a waiter, man. I was a waiter. I worked in a restaurant, and this huge motherfucking dude came in, man. His arms and his hands, they were just like mutant, dude. I was like, bro, have you ever played football? Like pro football? Dude, you're huge. And he got insulted. He thought I was like calling him fat or something. He was pissed. His wife, his kids, I like ruined their fucking night. Or he was fishing for some free food, Some people are that way. They'll just, they want some free food. I don't think that was the case, though. I think this guy actually was insulted because I was like, bro, you're huge. And he was fucking pissed. Fuck you. Let me speak to your manager. Sorry, big back. I know, that's what I said. Because, I've always been lifting weights. That's a compliment to another fucking man. I don't know what got crawled up his ass. He was probably just wanting free food, low life. Fucking low life. It was like all you can eat lobster night. You pay $50 and it's all you can eat live lobster. So $50 for him, $50 for his wife, $50 for each of his kids. It was a $200 fucking tab. He was probably just trying to fucking get out of it, Absolute loser, low life. What kind of man would be insulted when another man is just like, bro, you're fucking huge. How did you get so big, man? Like, can you imagine Smave being pissed off because you said he was big? Dude, you're fucking huge. All right. That wasn't the best chest and tricep workout of my life. Clearly, I need to step it up and just squeeze some push-ups in every now and then. Maybe 50 or 100 push-ups every other day, just real easy. Clearly, we've identified a weakness. Hey, Reinhardt's channel. Hey, buddy, nice to see you. Man, I think your daughter's gonna be a professional skater of some sort. She's freaking on it, man. Champ. Stay hydrated. The Reinhardt's channel is a content creator. This guy was a professional ice skater. He's working through an injury. And he's always out rollerblading with his kids, with his son and his daughter. But his daughter just really seems to have a knack for it. I think she's a natural, you know? Olympic figure skater, maybe. Future. Man, that's awesome. I can see it. She just glides right next to you, dude. Pretty cool. Eight was doing this earlier. I don't use anything. I don't know. I've been completely natty my entire life. Stay hydrated. Yeah, that was my work. I went through 3 of these. This is the 3rd one today. It's, you know, it's hot and humid. I'm in Phoenix. Yeah, I can't rollerblade. I can't roller skate. I never learned how to. My sister did. She got disco roller skates for Christmas one time in the 80s. That was like the fashion. Everybody wanted disco roller skates in the 80s. She got her disco roller skates. She was roller skating everywhere. I never learned how to roller skate. My school would take field trips to the Great Skate or the Rolero, the skating rink, and I always just sat it off. I was always even too embarrassed to say I didn't know how to skate because everybody knew how to skate. I was like the only dummy. I don't know how to skate. I can't water ski. I can't rollerblade. I can barely skateboard. I'm a danger to myself when I try to skateboard. It just looks like so much good fun and good exercise. Like I like to run, but it's high impact. Rollerblading wouldn't be has high impact. And because you're skating so quickly, you're always going to have, you know, a nice breeze to stay cool. It's like when I rode my motorcycle, I could ride my motorcycle in 115-degree weather. It's no big deal as long as the bike is moving. I'm nice and cool. But as soon as the bike stops, it's horrible. And every time I see him without a shirt skating around, I see myself. I project. And he's skating around without a shirt, and I just see myself. Road rash, bro, because I can't skate. I'm going to go down. And he's just out there tearing it up, dude. Tearing it up, spinning around, skidding to stops and stuff. I wish I could skate like that. Every time I try to, I fall. And quickly, too. My feet just go. Run in a pool. Have you ever tried to run in a pool? You can't. Swimming would be great. Are there any Russians here? They come and go. They come and go. Not very many, but I often see people saying, I'm watching from Russia, thank you. With praise. I initially came here with praise, but then what? And then you decided that you don't like me? Cyrillic? I'm not sure what that is. Is that a person? Hey, why they don't see you and stop talking as you always letting see you then still go back to yelling at me. I like to yell. It gets me pumped up. I would get reprimanded for yelling all the time. You know, in the army, we'd be out on doing a mission, and I would get so excited. I would just be like, "Yeah!" And then they'd yell at me, "Hey, Sergeant, Arizona, keep it down, man. Noise and light discipline. Maybe we don't need to draw attention and let everybody know we're here." Like when I would see when we would go help out on a mission and the Apaches were flying around and you could see them, or somebody would, artillery would be coming in, boom, yeah, get them, bro. Quiet, Arizona. You'll move on for now? Yeah, I'm about done. I did my workout. Today was chest and triceps day. I'm gonna take tomorrow off as rest. I might walk, or maybe I won't even come on live. I'll probably just come and walk and talk. I was in the army, regular army, no nasty girl, no nasty National Guard. Yeah, that's what the National Guard is. NG for National Guard. Nasty girls. They're the ones that just play army on, once a month. No, I was regular army. That's 24/7. You don't go home. Alexa. Yeah, a lot of stuff doesn't work out how you think. I thought I was going to have a bicycle channel. Look at me. I do better at fitness than bicycles. Take care, and thanks for stopping in. If you were 33 years old, somebody asked me a similar question. I'd probably try to play professional volleyball if I was 33 years old and I didn't have a bad shoulder. I don't know. I don't really think there's very much difference between being 33 and 50. If I had a good shoulder, I'd still be trying to play professional volleyball. I don't think there's any reason I couldn't play professional volleyball at the age of 50. That's just me. I believe in myself. Codification. Did you see that last time? Yeah, I was goofing around and did military press behind my neck. Just to show that I could do it, right? I was talking about, you don't need to do that. That's just kind of showing off. And then I showed off a little bit. Guilty. Thanks for keeping me company, and thanks for stopping in. It's Saturday. I hope you have a great weekend. Look at this, the top 10. Only Army and Marines. My buddy joined the Air Force. He learned a skill though there, right? He learned a skill. And you know what? He's actually a pilot. I have a friend that's a freaking pilot. A pilot in the Air Force. I think he's flying the refueler tankers. What a job, dude. He wanted to be a fighter pilot. And he's flying a gas station. Champ at number 1. Thanks for being here, Champ. I'm going to see you later tonight. Champ Patton is doing karaoke. He takes requests and he has a wide range of music he can do. Rap, rock. He could probably even do country, I think. Yeah, my wife doesn't like country. Joe the Ho at number 2. Thank you. All the gifts and support and comments. You're so kind. Eric LaPointe. Nice to be here and make me remember military counts. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. And then there's you control by you use your inflection to tell people when the exercise is off. Like it's 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that tells everybody that's the last exercise. Everybody stop in unison. Everybody dress right dress. Nathan Jones at number 4. Makorian or Moko Ryan at 5. Reinhardt, 6. Nathan, 7. That's Nathan A. Manning. That's a real tongue twister. At 8, I tried. Bahar Sethula, 5451. Thank you. Mark at Gravity Core with his lovely wife, Joe, in the picture at number 9. Both of them personal trainers. Check it out. And 10 is Kevin Arambula. And just at 11 is the Russian speaker. I don't even know their name. Everybody take care. Thank you. That's my workout. That's my workout routine. That's what I do.